No one goes harder than Russell Westbrook. Assassin mentality, Mr. Triple-Double. That's how Brody was once described. But lately, it's been a whole lot of question marks. Is he the wrong fit in LA? 7 straight games shooting under 20. The 2-time MVP has been feeling the heat of late. And it came to a head when he was benched in the 4th earlier this week. And sources said Coach Frank Vogel had the okay from management to make the decision. Then LeBron had his back. He was flipping the script at the press conference. Magic even weighed in on the Lake Show's woes. And now Russ is opening up, telling my guy, Adrian Wojnarowski, this about the benching decision. Surprised? Yes, I was disappointed. I didn't go back in, but I'm more disappointed that we lost the damn game. I want to be able to be on the floor to help my teammates and be able to help our team win in games like that. But that was a decision that was made. I want to get better as the season goes on. I've got to take responsibility for the things I'm doing and how I'm making those around me better. We have a legitimate chance to be able to win it all. And to do that, I'll have to be better, and I know that I will be. Big Perk, you here?
What's up, Molly?
Hey, how we doing, big time? Good to see you.
How you doing? What's up, big boy?
Fresh lineup. Somebody's ready. I see it. It's Friday.
Yeah.
He's ready to go.
Yeah.
Perk, I'll start with you. Is it time for Westbrook to come off the bench?
I think for the Lakers and for this team, yes. And I think Russ has reached the point of his career, and it's okay because everyone goes through it as a player, as a former NBA player, where you come to that time where you just don't really have it no more. And I think Russ coming off the bench is not a bad thing. See, a lot of people out there in the world think, oh, if you're not a starter, then you're not at a certain level. No, it's not about who starts the game. It's about who finishes the game. And I think it will be great because now he could come in, move LeBron James back to the starting point guard position, have Russ come in, and now he could be Russell Westbrook. He could be aggressive where he's not standing in the corner. Again, I took a lot of heat off of Frank Vogel and the coaching staff, but once again, Russell Westbrook isn't going anywhere. So with that being said, you have to find a way to put him in position to be successful. And that's not hanging around the three-point line. That's not shooting those 15-footers. That's getting downhill, dribble handoff actions, things to that nature. But I hate to say it, as of today, right now, yes, it's time for Russell Westbrook to come off the bench.
I'm not sure I agree with that. Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why. And by the way, great job on NBA Today yesterday. I was watching yesterday. Did a great job. Let me say this, man. Russell Westbrook, this more than anything, Perk, it's time for a realization. Russell Westbrook is going to have to accept the fact you can't shoot. You just can't shoot. Now, over the last three times over the last 4 years, you've shot 66% from the free throw line or worse, which is bad enough. You're not a jump shooter. And now Russell Westbrook, cats are laying off of you and daring you to shoot jump shots. And you can't make them. And considering the direction that the league is going in, all of those things make sense to say Perkins is right. You should, he needs to come off the bench. Here's my thinking. I believe the month was February of 2020, Perk, where Russell Westbrook was a monster. He was player of the month. Well, damn it, he wasn't shooting well then either in terms of his jump shots. He was attacking the basket with vigor. And what he said was, the hell with what I can't do. Here's what I can do. And what I can do here is going to make you formidable enough. Like, for example, Perk, let me use a boxing analogy for a quick second here. We look at Deontay Wilder, and a lot of people question his boxing ability, right? And he loses to Tyson Fury. If you watch Deontay Wilder, no shame there whatsoever. The brother outweighed you by 38, 39 pounds for crying out loud, okay?
Correct.
And you still dropped him twice. We got mad respect for Deontay Wilder. And if it was anybody in that ring other than Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder would have finished them. He wouldn't have finished them because of his boxing ability. He would have finished them because of that nuclear right hand that puts people to sleep. What I'm saying is that he knows that about himself, which is why he looks to finish you with it. You Russell Westbrook, it's like you're trying to prove people wrong when they think you can't shoot a jump shot. Or when they say go, let them go to the free throw line. No, attack them. Make them, Russell Westbrook, to me, more than coming off the bench, Perk, needs to go home, look in the mirror, and go like this. Oh, people think these cats are better than me. They think I'm finished. Let me remind them of who the hell I am and attack the damn basket and make sure they know that's the dude coming at them, because we know he can still do that. And either you do that, you kick it out to an open shooter, or you attack and try to finish and don't do anything else. You do that, I don't think he has to come off the bench.
Yeah, but Stephen A., here's the point. When he did that in Houston, remember, Houston had to give up a huge piece of their culture in order to open up things for Russell Westbrook to be able to do that in trading Clint Capella. Okay, that's one thing. Let me tell you something. When I look at Russell Westbrook, a guy that played with him for 4 years in Oklahoma City Thunder, right now I see a Russell Westbrook that's broken. And it hurts me.
I agree there.
It hurts me.
I agree.
And I don't see the same edge. He didn't get taken out the game.
How?
I'm about to explain, Molly.
Okay.
He didn't get taken out the game the other day because of him going 5 for 17 from the field. He got taken out the game because of when he ran back on defense and his body language and his lack of effort on the defensive side of things. And Frank Vogel said, I just can't have this. I can't have this. I can't have you jogging back in transition. I cannot have you guarding Karis LeVert knowing that he wants to go right. Look, he's not even involved into the play right now. Check him out. Karis LeVert, we know he wants to go right. So like this lack of effort right there when your other 4 guys are out there playing at their highest level, this is not the Russ that I'm used to seeing. And so I said this when we first came on First Take, when the Lakers first formed. I said, what? This is going to be a different type of pressure for Russell Westbrook. He's playing in one of the biggest markets in the history of sports. He's playing at home, and it's just something not right. And Molly, why I say that I feel like he's broken, I'm listening to his post-game interviews, and he's saying things to, it's bigger than basketball. It's more than life. No, it's not right now. Yeah, it's about basketball. It's about basketball. Yeah, everything else in life.
Do you think he's just saying that to deflect?
No.
And to act like it's not bothering him like that? Or you really think his mind is elsewhere?
No, I think his mind is elsewhere. Molly, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Anytime Russell Westbrook had a bad game and Russell Westbrook listened to us, to First Take, he hears everything that is being said about him, okay? And we all know that he always responds. Whether it's a guy talking noise to him, the next day he say, I'm going to go out there and bust his you-know-what. And all of a sudden he goes out there and give them that work. I don't see that same Russ.
Let me say this. Let me chime in here, because I want to emphasize this. It's important that I bring this up. First of all, KP and I talk off the air all the time. So I want to make sure everybody understands Russell Westbrook is a former teammate that Kendrick Perkins loves dearly. Cares a lot about this brother. Believes in him not just as a player, but as a man. And KP constantly has raved about the character of Russell Westbrook over the years. That's point number one. Point number two you brought up, and I said this when he said it in Washington. Russell Westbrook got his mind on a lot of things. He's doing very, very well off the court. He's a successful businessman, and he cares about a certain segment of our population, and he caters a lot to doing everything he can to help various communities. So he's very philanthropic, and his soul is in the right place. The problem with that is that he doesn't separate it from the game once the outcome is over. In other words, you lose a game, so. Now, you didn't play on the court like so. You showed that effort, and you tried to put in that work for the most part, with the exception of the play against Karis LeVert the other night. But the problem is, in my humble opinion, watching Russell Westbrook throughout recent years, the attitude is, I'm going to give all I got during the game, but if the outcome ain't what I want it to be, I'm still good, because guess what? I'm happy You know, and I'm happier than champions. People who have won championships, I'm happier than they are. You can't be a Laker and feel that way. That's what Magic Johnson's tweet was about in part the other day. The Lakers have a different standard. And if you're not ready to answer that call, Jeannie Buss, they cannot be a Laker. That's what Magic is saying. And that is why I said change is coming. Whether it's a player, a trade, or the coach himself, change is coming because Magic Johnson didn't say that for nothing. I'll give you the last word, KP.
Yeah, and then we got to get out of here.
Yeah, well, Molly, Stephen, I was just going to say, I leave the studio and I go right there to Fixin' Soul Food Restaurant every day. I don't miss it. Okay, and I walk up in there and get me something to eat. And this is Wednesday before the Lakers are playing the Pacers. And you know who I run into? My good friends, OG Westbrook and Mama Westbrook. And the first thing came to my mind, I said, I know they about to get on me because I've been killing Russ lately. And do you know they embraced me with open arms? They didn't say one thing about basketball. They sat there and actually called me for my meal, and it was genuine love and care. And you know what OG Westbrook said? Perk, I love what you're doing on ESPN because you just keep it real. And so with that being said is, no one holds Russ more accountable than his own parents and his own pops. So if I'm on here and Stephen A., you on here saying things about Russell Westbrook, that's because we expect more. And we know that he could give more. I just want to see the Russ of old. Forget the shooting. I need to see that Mamba mentality.
Attack the basket. Attack the basket. That's all he needs to do.
That mindset, that reminds you of Kobe.
Let LeBron run point forward,
you know
and you attack the basket.
Perk, when I left studio yesterday, I went to Mr. Dick.